Alright, what up YouTube? Mr. XC here bringing you another video. And this is going to be the second installment or third installment of my series I'm doing on my channel. That's basically entitled Kpop Catch Up Session. So, as you guys know, I work full-time 8 to 5 Monday to Friday, so I don't really have time to react to everything that drops when it drops. So what I decided to start doing was obviously the groups that I want to have individual videos for, like reaction videos for, I will still do those individual reaction videos for, but it might be similar for what you guys have seen previously, where I kind of record the individual videos for those groups in one sitting, in one bulk sitting. It's just to make it easier for me and until I can get a better upload schedule and stuff going, which will eventually come. Um, but basically, the songs in the groups that have released songs that aren't like my main interests, that I won't be doing like an individual video for. I'll do in these K-pop catch up session videos. Um, so this one is going to be two parts. The first part's going to be IRRIS, WJSN, H1-KEY, and VIVIZ. Um, so IRRIS is a debut with three former Red Square members. Those of you who don't know, Red Square debuted with their song Colorful. Great song, really unique. They are very unique visually, and they also have like very different tones. They sounded great. But you know how this industry is, very cutthroat, very competitive. So Red Square has disbanded, and three of the former Red Square members have now debuted in this new four-member group called IRRIS. The three former Red Square members that are now in IRRIS is Green, Chea, and Ari. Um, their new names in IRRIS, Green is now going by IL, Chea is now going by Liv, and Ari is now going by Yunsul. Um, why they decided to do drastic name changes and not use like their birth names or something to make it easier, I don't know, but groups do what groups do. The minds behind making the group do what they do. An example of that is Heiju with Luna having her stage name as Olivia Hay. Um, but yeah, so this first part, you guys already know I've said, is going to be IRRIS's debut, followed by Uju Sonya's last sequence, then H1-KEY's run, with Satala no longer being part of it, and a new member taking over. Still four members. And then VIVIZ with Loveade. And then the second part is going to be three videos. It might be four. I might change my mind on adding a fourth one by the time I go around to recording it. And the second part is going to consist of Cards Ring the Alarm, Promise Nine's, what is it called? Stay This Way, I believe. And then aespa's Girls. So yeah, with that being said, getting my intro out of the way, yeah, I'm looking forward to IRRIS I've had my eye on since since I've been aware of them existing. I've had my eye on them waiting for their debut. And now it's finally here, so I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring for us in this. I didn't watch any teasers. I haven't even seen any teaser images because I wanted to go into this completely blind, as blind as possible. So I'm really excited for that. And then we've got Uju Sonya's last sequence, which, for those of you that don't know, if you haven't seen my previous videos since Queendom was a thing, Queendom 2, I should say, was a thing. I watched all of Queendom 2, and I'll be honest, throughout the entirety of Queendom 2, I was mostly rooting for Luna and Brave Girls. But I gotta give respects due, and Uju Sonya, they impressed me throughout the entirety of Queendom 2, man. They kind of gave me boys, kind of like the boys from Kingdom. Well, from Road to Kingdom, boys is what I was kind of feeling from Ujasonia a little bit. And so on top of that, halfway through Queendom 2, we got Bona back from acting in her drama. And now, in this comeback, last sequence, Daewon is back, which, that's awesome. I'm glad she's back. I'm glad she's healthy enough to be back, because she did take a bit of a hiatus, I believe, for health reasons. So it's really nice that she's back in it. So I'm really excited to see her in the music video. And then we've got H1-KEY with Run, which is their first comeback since their debut of Athletic Girl. From the teaser images I've seen, it looks like they're going to keep the same kind of concept that they had for Athletic Girl, and it's just going to keep rolling with it, I think. Like I said, we have a new member now. Pt.1, I believe is her name. I'll have to double check, but I think that's her name. She's now taken the place of Satala. So now I'm curious to see what they're going to do about that. Then we got VIVIZ with Loveade. Obviously, you guys know. Three former members of G-Friend. Actually, two of my, well, yeah, I had like two biases in G-Friend and then a main wrecker. So one of my biases is in VIVIZ, and then my main wrecker is also in VIVIZ. But yeah, so with that out of the way, a brief intro to the music videos we're going to do. I'm going to have chapters in the description below for if you guys want to just see a specific reaction. You can click on the chapter, watch that reaction, then click off. Totally up to you. They will be there. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm going to pull it up on the screen and see what we got for us in these first 4 videos. So bear with. Alright, so you guys can see I've got it up. I've got them laid out in the list. I'm going to react to them going from left to right. And yep, starting with IRRIS and Wanna Know. What do you got for us? I'm very curious about this. I've seen this dome before a few times, I think. I'm going to turn it up. Oh, okay. Vocal. Wow. Whoa. Okay, that caught me off guard. I love the saxophone. That beat is awesome. It's slower than I thought. Oh, that beat though. Is that the song? Really?
I'm a small business booster.
Um, First of all, I don't think it's long enough. Um, Now, what I will say is that it looks like the new company definitely put a bit of money into them. Um, like I'm gonna keep each of these sections short because this video will just be going on forever if I don't. So I'm gonna do my initial watch, and then I'm gonna have my afterthoughts after watching it, and then we move on to the next one. That's how I do these videos, so that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna be honest. I think I need to listen to it some more. I don't know what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting that. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I don't vibe with it right away. Really, the only thing that kind of grabbed me in that song was when the chorus comes in with the beat and you get the saxophone coming in. But other than that, I mean, I think the song is safe, I guess you could call it. It's a very safe song, safe sounding song. Um, I don't know. I feel like with some of these members, I know they're trying to break away from the mold of Red Square, and I get that. They definitely brought vocals in this song for sure, which is another thing that Red Square had eons of. If you've watched their song, like even listened to their song, they have like they just have tons and tons of vocal ability. Like vocally, they were such a strong group, and it's nice that they're kind of moving that into IRRIS now. And I know they're trying to break away from the mold of Red Square, but I think part of me in the back of my mind, because what I remember Colorful being is literally one of my favorite debuts of all time in K-pop. I was expecting, I think, a little more. I think that's gonna be one. I'm not gonna add it to my playlist right away, I don't think. But I think I'm gonna do a couple of listens in my own time on it, and then I'll see how I feel after that, because I do feel like it's probably going to be one of these songs that is a grower. Right off jump, they sounded great. They looked great. Music video was great. Like the music video, it definitely looks like the new company put a little bit of money into them, which is nice to see. Um, yeah, I think my biggest qualms with the song is the fact that it's way too short. Um, 'Cause it feels very abrupt, especially because they have like that intro sequence and then it just ends. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of that, I don't think. But all in all, I don't dislike it, but I'm not sure how I feel. So it's gonna be one that I'm gonna have to listen to a few times, I think. Um, but yeah, so with that being said, um, I'm really looking forward to the future of this group. I hope they have a good future. I'm very curious of what their first comeback's going to be, because I believe this was just a digital single, I think. So I'm very curious of what their first comeback's going to be. First two comebacks. Those of you that don't know, with a newly debuted group, um, they have to they have to be able to grab me in their debut, or at least make it to where I want to pay attention to them. And then in their first and second comebacks is what I really wait for to finally make a decision on, okay, I'm gonna stand kind of thing. Or if I'm just gonna be like, I'll listen to the music when they release it just to give it a shot, but I won't really search after it. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna have to look forward to Iris's future. Yeah, all in all, it's definitely way more low key than I thought it was gonna be. But it's not a horrible song. It just didn't grab me the way I was hoping it would right away. Yeah, so with that being said, we will move on to the next one, which is Ujasona's Last Sequence. Now, I've heard good things about this song, um, but I've also seen too that um, uncomparably to Queendom 1, some of the groups on Queendom 2 haven't really um, been able to uh, keep the popularity they got from Queendom, or it hasn't really shown yet. Yeah, I think Queendom 2, some of the groups that have released songs following the hype of Queendom 2, they haven't done as good as expected compared to Queendom 1. But some groups have gained a lot from Queendom 2 as well, a lot more than Queendom 1. So, and I believe WJSN, from what my understanding was, is they were one of the groups that, even though they like won the show, um, their popularity hasn't really shown that big of a spike. I'm not sure. I mean, it's something I'm gonna have to see for myself and actually decide. But yeah. So with that being said, WJSN, see what you got for us with last sequence. Going to go full screen. We got HD. There is no captions, or is there now? No, no captions. So yeah, without further ado, let's see what you got for us, Ujus. Let's go. Starting off with solo. Oh wow. Unso, stunning. Holy shit. Welcome back, Daewon. Oh my god. Bono. Hyunjung. Oh my goodness. Euron. Oh my god. Subin. And Luda. Literally one of the most stunning idols right now in the current industry. Yeah, XC, let's go. Daeyoung, this bob hair on her looks so good. Okay, I don't usually pause and go back on this, but I have to for this one because Daeyoung, just throughout the entirety of Queendom 2 into now, had improved her vocal ability so much. Like, it's awesome to see. And yeah, like XC's verse. I mean, I love XC's tone when she raps. Young, stunning. Oh my god. Vocals. Yeah. I mean, that definitely grabbed me way more um than Iris did for sure. I kind of wish I did an individual video on this one now. Shit. But like, I mean, first of all, first things first. Welcome the fuck back that one. Holy shit. Like, as soon as I saw her, it was like, oh my god, who are you? Like, holy shit. And the vocals, they all looked so good. They sounded so good. The song, such a nice like it's definitely an Uja Sonia song for sure. The vocals, like I said, they were going off, man. Like Yeonjung is just powerful. Subin, she really grew on Queendom 2 as well, man. Like she really grew on it. But I gotta give it to Dawon. She is like it's like she was missed, but it's like she was never gone. She came back and utterly like this was her song. She destroyed this song in the glimpses we got of her. She looks great considering she was off like for health reasons. She sounded awesome. Yeah, like when I first saw her, I was like, holy shit, who are you? But it was so nice to see her back as with the rest of them, seeing the 10 members back, man. It's as a whole unit. It was so nice to see. But I gotta give a shout out vocally to Dayoung, man. She like I mean this short bob on her, like when she got it that way, for the finale for Queendom 2, she looks so good in this hairstyle. But vocally, I think if I'm being honest, from what I can remember of Uja Sonia songs, I believe Dayoung's vocals are probably like I think she's my favorite vocal in Uja Sonia. Now, she's obviously not the most powerful, but just her tone, I think, and the way she sings is probably like she's one of my tops in Uja Sonia for sure. With she's up there in my opinion with Youngjung and um, Unso. I think actually, if I'm being honest. No, I kind of wish I did a separate video for this because I want to watch that again in a video so I can talk more about things I saw throughout it, which I usually do in my solo reaction videos. But no, that was awesome. It's just it's like I can't keep saying how nice it is to see that one back. Yeah, that was a good song. Quintessential Uja Sonia for sure, just with a different twist to it. We love that when that happens. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna leave Uja Sonia's there, and we're gonna move on to the next one of this first part of this two part I'm doing, which is gonna be H1-KEY's Run. Now, I just want to verify if my name was correct on the new member of H1-KEY. Oh no, I was way off. It was Huiso is the new member of them. Former Black Label. Oh, interesting. So she's labeled as well, height wise, she fits in with this group. Yeah, height wise, she fits in with this group. Friggin' one of the tallest groups I can remember from the top of my memory. Anyways, H1-KEY, what you got for us? I'm excited for this because I really liked Athletic Girl, so I'm really curious to see what they did in this song. This song is longer. I kind of dig that. All right, let's go. What do you got for us, girls? Is that new? High key, bet you're gonna like me. Yell. Ooh, the yellow tip, the yellow ends. Flag. Ooh, that guitar lead into the chorus. The guitar in the background too. They're definitely still working with the whole athletic girl concept. I love that guitar lead into the chorus. The choreo looks so fun too. Ooh, that bass. Puppy. Jeez. Okay. Is that one of the member dogs? Did they film this in LA or California? Oh, sorry, same state. I think they filmed it in LA or somewhere else in California for sure. Sorry, it's like midnight. I'm a little tired. No, I like that. I like that. So yeah, they're definitely staying with the whole like athletic girl kind of play sports, stretch out, kind of have fun thing. That song, that guitar in that song is just very classic, like summer for me. I mean, I say that I'm a 90s baby. So for me, that guitar is summer sound to me. Just the overall atmosphere and the sound design of that song is very like classic summer to me, and I like it a lot. It's very different from Athletic Girl. Very different from Athletic Girl. Athletic Girl was like hard hitting. Um, Definitely more on the hip hop leaning side. This was definitely more on like that alternative kind of sound, alternative with the way the guitar was going. I'd almost say alternative rock to it a little bit. But what I want to point out from what I observed just in the music video is Huiso, considering she was when was she officially announced and added to the group? Let me double check that. So Huiso literally last month. Like right close to before this song came out this month. Like, and to me, at least personally, I felt like she she almost seemed like she fit so well with the group considering she was just added like a month ago. Like there wasn't any little awkwardness between them. There wasn't really any awkward exchange that you could see in the music video. I mean, sometimes with groups, especially if you've been in K-pop for as long as I have been, you see it when a group adds a new member, like right before a comeback. There's a little bit of awkwardness, a little bit of not a unified feeling that a group should have. But for me, I didn't really sense that in this. Now, granted, there wasn't really much, like there was definitely focusing more so on like choreo side of things and like the dancing, but even in the dancing side, like she doesn't look out of place. Like it's like she was always part of the group. I really like how well she she fit into the group with how short of time she had basically. She went from black label trainee to I don't know how long she's been under GLG and now she's part of H1-KEY officially. So but it didn't feel awkward. It felt like she fit, like she was always a member pretty much. I like that. I have to give a shout out to that. But yeah, that song's definitely going on the playlist. I believe it was a maxi single they released with this, with 2 or 3 more songs. I'll have to check my orders. So I ordered the album, so I'll have to double check. But I think that's what it is. But I'm curious to see what those B-sides are going to sound. Because I know with Athletic Girl, it was literally just Athletic Girl, right? Yeah. Yeah. Minus the remix. Sorry, I'm just looking at the album over here. I have it on my shelf. Minus the remix of it was literally only one song. So I think with this one they had like 2 or 3. I think 2 different songs with like on top of the title track, so 3 songs total. But I'm curious to hear what those B sides are like because we haven't heard H1-KEY B sides yet, so I'm intrigued by that. Yeah. So that being said, let's move on to the 4th and final video of this catch-up session, part 1, which is going to be VIVIZ Loveade. Now, they're another group, similarly to what I said about Uja Sonia, where they haven't really seen, and you can tell by the views down here, like they've only got 1 million views on this. That's, ooh. They haven't really seen that popularity boost that some of the groups on Pt.1 had. So that's interesting. But yeah, with that being said, I like me some VVZ. I like me some GFriend. So let's go full screen and let's see what a summer bop from VVZ is going to be like, considering their debut was definitely not summer. But yeah, it's almost 4 minutes. So either it's going to be like 4 minutes, it's going to go by so fast, or it's going to have like story sequences in the song. We'll see. Yeah, so without further ado, let's go VIVIZ Loveade. Bro, I think you got some arrows in you. Looks stunning. What it can be. And G, of course. Wow, Shinbi suits this kind of style so well. I also really like his hair color on G, to be honest. that was a nice vocal. Ooh, sing it, Una. I don't think I've ever heard that vocal tone from Shinbi before. Okay, vocal Unha just going off there real quick. Oh my god, okay. Holy shit. I like how this builds. Ooh. That was awesome synth work. Fabulous. Alright, so it was actually a full almost 4 minute song. I like that. I like that. Um I mean, former G friend, I mean obviously I kind of knew they were gonna suit this concept. Like, come on now. This G friend. Like, as former G friend, I know we shouldn't really keep saying that. I get that, but I am going to because that's just what I'm most familiar with. But as members of the group that they really pulled off that concept well. But I can honestly say I don't think I ever heard that kind of tone come from Shinbi before, like with a rap. But she suited it really well. Um, like, out of these three members, I will admit, out of these three members, the one person that I personally didn't think would be able to kind of suit summer bubbly this kind of vibe that easily was Shinbi, but no. Like, I should have seen it coming considering her past and the performances they had, but she really suited this song a lot actually. I think out of all three of them, actually, personally, I find Shinbi actually maybe suited this song the best. But it was a good song, and I'm probably gonna be adding that to the playlist. But these view counts, that's not right. Um, doesn't make sense to me, man. Like, it's weird how this round of Queendom 2, the artists that like post Queendom 2, the artists that are on it, most of them aren't really getting that boost in popularity like Queendom 1 had. Prime example of being like Oh My Girl, man. Like, when Oh My Girl came second on Queendom 1, like, their popularity friggin' skyrocketed. And now it's stayed. Like, the popularity they gained from the show has stayed, and it's weird to me that personally, in my opinion, Queendom 2 was done much better than Queendom 1. but the groups themselves haven't really had that, haven't really propelled with popularity like previous season. But I can also see maybe why. With Kingdom 1, it was definitely. I mean, Mnet tried to focus on the competition aspect of Kingdom 1. They really did, but they really didn't. It didn't work. Kingdom 1 was more about artists supporting other artists in the industry more than the competition side. An example of that is in Kingdom 1, every single group that was on it, for the most part, when they picked the group for above and below, they all picked a group above and below. Whereas with Kingdom 2, I think they definitely and that got what they wanted and focused mostly on the competition side. And to be fair, all the groups were just being selfish as hell in it. I mean, the way Mnet edited it was that in the competition side, when it came to the picking above and below, they definitely center that around the competition side and people being selfish. Which is why I appreciate. Was it in the fan song Fantastic Kingdom, I believe it was, where VVZ and Uja Sonia or Kepler? It was Kepler and VVZ both picked Brave Girls to be above. That was the first time, aside from Kepler, in the first stages, that actually chose someone else to be above them. Whereas for the most part in the self evaluations, no one chose anyone above them. So it was just basically a write off with like it basically just damaged the shit out of the other groups on it, man. And it's because they only got negative, which means they got less points. The groups that didn't choose anyone above them, they were fine. They were on the safer side. It's the groups that really took a hit and took multiple hits that it really hurt, and it freaking was stupid to me the way they did that. Like on Kingdom 2, I think with how centered they got around the competition side of it, when in my personal opinion that's not the whole theme or the whole point of Queendom. um I just I think part of that is like some of us that watch Kingdom 2, that watch Kingdom 1 as well from that era. I think a lot of the things that were said and done in Kingdom 2 in terms of self-evaluations and how like, I mean, it could be mistranslations, but with how harsh some of the groups decided to critique some people, which really wasn't necessary. I think what I'm thinking anyways is part of why some of the group like these groups, for the most part from Kingdom 2, haven't skyrocketed with popularity and gained a lot more popularity from it is because us people that watch Kingdom 2, because we watch Kingdom 1, I think some of us just didn't really appreciate how competition self-interest focused they pushed it. So I think that might be part of it. But in all honesty, that was a good song, and I apologize for the mini rant on Kingdom 2. There's a few things I could say about it, but that's as much as I'm going to say. I've been recording this video for way too long, so I'm going to end this here. All in all, I think this was a good batch of 4 songs. Like I said, IRRIS, I think I'm going to have to take some time on. But the other 3, such good songs. Really good songs. Every single one of them. But yeah, so with that being said, I will see you guys in the next part of this. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.